Okay, I'm told by the chairman that I must now move on. Would you like to speak to the microphone? Yes, sir. Go ahead. State your name for the record here and then there. And then I'm told we have to close off.
Ricardo Myers. Just for clarity, what you just said, I was getting the impression that having submitted the names from the various branches, that the committee would do the due process and all those persons who are fit and proper, all those nominees would come to the meeting for selection.
Yes.
The annual general meeting.
It will come to the annual general meeting,
Yes.
the annual meeting of this type. Every year, those names will be brought to this meeting for approval or election, yes.
Okay, so the committee wouldn't select the 5 or the 7 and present to us. We would make the selection from
the membership makes an initial recommendation, and there's a nomination process where the membership nominates. Similarly, the committee, the nominating committee, can itself go through the same process of putting persons who are also members forward. Those names, having gone through the process, those names are then submitted to this body.
Okay, understood.
But being, as I said, being a financial institution, and it being the fact that we have to guard the funds of the credit union, there is that additional fit and proper criteria which COK does not get involved in. It is only told whether the persons it has nominated is fit and proper to serve.
Okay,
Yes.
understood. Understood.
Yes, the
Can I have a
CEO,
question?
beg your pardon. Yes, sir, one moment. The CEO has asked me to clarify or to just emphasize that fit and proper by no means financial means. It has nothing to do with financial means. It has to do with character, not money. Yes, sir.
Yes. What provision in this bill is there in case people are nominated and then you hear that the meeting is called and these people's names are not called, and only and they say that the only nominations that were brought in were just enough to fill the posts and there were no other nominations. What safeguard does the member have at that stage to say, I was duly nominated, I went unregistered, they had the petition of 50 names or whatever it is, and I don't hear it here? What provision is there for that?
The nomination committee has an obligation to to compile the list of persons who have been properly nominated and to submit them to the membership.
Okay. Yeah.
For the okay, so to the thanks for that question. To the extent that we may have one vacancy for the board of directors, the nominations will come in, and if we have several nominations for that one board position, when it gets to the annual general meeting will vote by way of ballot as to who will fill that one vacancy.
Is it only the board or the supervisory committee as well, and the other ones?
It's three positions.
Because
would you like me to answer? It's 3 positions: board of directors, supervisory committee, and credit committee. Our rules book speaks specifically to those because they're cornerstones of the credit union.
Right. No, the supervisory committee is supposed to be the watchdog.
Indeed.
I have served on the supervisory committee of Sodality as well as the league, right? Okay?
Yes.
And I know what the supervisory committee, the role of the supervisory committee, right, over the years, right? Now, I believe the nominations for the supervisory committee should come from the floor of the meeting because it is supposed to be the watchdog. They're not even supposed to be on friendly terms with the board. It's supposed to be a group that watches the credit union and questions everything, not to come to the meeting with any pretty report about, oh, I found everything all right and so forth, but to really and truly dig into everything. I think that should come from the floor.
The work of the supervisory committee, Mr. Burke, the work of the supervisory committee and its functions are outlined in our rule book. So you must conduct yourself within the parameters. It's not the board that tells the supervisory committee what to do. The functions and the duties of the supervisory committee are contained in the rule book, the little blue book.
Madam Chair, I personally believe that this process is a better process than what existed before. And also I can say this, without any contradiction, Mr. Hickey have served on the supervisory committee and nobody could dictate to us, right? And we weren't friendly with no GM, no board members, right? And we have served and we did our homework, and there are times when even we get misinformation from a person whose name will not be mentioned now. And when we go to the board, she tell the board, so they never tell us so. So after that, we and the board demanded that person give us everything in writing from that time. You know. So this is a better process. You'll be able to vet the persons who are going to be there. And when you come from the floor, somebody can have them thief in front and come nominate them. You get what I mean? And we don't want that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And so if the discussion is at a close, if there be no other member who would like to add to the... Yes, Mr. O'Sullivan, beg your pardon.
I thought you don't want me to talk.
No, by no means. And there's a gentleman over there. Yes?
When we leave we house from morning, and night come now, and none of us, or most of us, don't even know what this book is. Every member in the credit union must get a book like this, and it's free. When you go to the office, new member, ask for one. And we must not come here, quarrel with nobody, because we are all owners of the credit union. We are all owners. We are not here fighting over fishing. So we must behave ourselves that when we meet up out the road, we can hug up and pass in a sunshade glass and give God thanks. We must not come in here, quarrel. It must stop a full time. I see Mr. Blake sitting over there as a retired man who served for almost 40 years. I don't hear nobody say thanks. It's coming. It soon come. When me like how me want to go home for me come here from 11 o'clock, me I go tell him thanks and leave. Because I'm very hurt how we have to come here every year, quarrel. We must stop it. Those who bright must teach those who don't like me. And we must learn to live good.
Thank you. And in terms of that rule book, when you become a member of COK, you get a copy of that rule book. Okay. All members, please, when you come into the branch next, Madam CEO? Yes, the CEO has agreed that when you come into the branch next, you can... Oh, they're here. Okay, we'll now move for a vote. We'll now take a vote on this resolution, and I'm inviting the Department of Cooperatives and Friendly... My humble apologies, sir.
That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's allow the member to speak. Yes, sir.
I'm a member of this credit union. But one of the...
What's your name?
My name is Mr. Sims, Anthony Sims.
Anthony Sims.
I'm from Petersfield, Westmoreland.
Oh, welcome, sir.
Yeah. One of the more things that really I'm asking the CEO, do you have a mobile loan? Because most of the credit union, they are setting up a loan, or they call it the mobile, because they said when people that have a shop that borrow a loan, it always have a hard time to collect. A person that have a cart or a juice cart would have shove around in communities and sell, right? Pay the loan better than a person that stay into a shop. Because when sometimes a person to a shop, when you go to for a loan, they say that things is hard. They don't make any money, but the mobile people pay the loan more faster.
All right, sir. I hear your question, but I'm just going to answer it quickly, but that's not what we're dealing with now.
Yeah, I know.
The Credit Union League has a program called Connect through its B Mobile service.
Right.
And you will, it is working now, and there are probably 60,000 credit union members, not limited to COK, but all over. And they are going to be rolling out that program even more. That will allow for what you're asking. That you can pay it on your phone.
Right.
That you can do things on your phone. But we can talk about it afterwards. Let's deal with the voting right now. All right?
Thank you, Mama.
Can I just say one thing? All of you who are here, we need to count in order to be able to get these 2 resolutions passed. And I've been told that we are outstaying our time here at the conference center. And so I'm asking you if we could just go ahead now and take the vote. We have the members of the registrar's department, the cooperative department, and the league who are here who will do the counting on our behalf. Also, counting is going to take place in Mandeville and in Montego Bay. So could we move on with it now?
For accuracy, we have a representative from the Department of Cooperatives, our regulator, and she will take, I didn't get your name, ma'am, but you will take the vote, right? And so the resolution, Ms. Facey, the resolution before you is outlined at pages 89 to 91. Can we have all in favor of the resolution? That means you agree with the resolution, and for that decision to now be passed, please raise your hand. Keep it up, please. The band, which band? The green? Green one. Red, beg your pardon. Show your red band, because that says that you're a member in good standing with the capacity to vote. No one can leave the room at this point so that we have an accurate count. Can we ask the COK representatives to just ensure that no one leaves the room? Mandeville and Montego Bay, could you similarly ensure that no one leaves the room while the count is being taken? Meg. No, keep your hands up until we're told. She counted. So, but we have to take a vote. Don't we have to take a vote again? Now, could you put your hands down? We would like to take a vote for those who are against the resolution.
Hello?
Thank you. Thank you. Any abstentions? Those are those persons who did not vote in favor of or against. Neither in favor of nor against. Got those? You have a 75%? Okay. Fellow corporators, thank you. The decision, the numbers will be given to you in short order. We're waiting on Montego Bay and Mandeville. Thank you.
Cooperators, we have one more resolution which is found on page 92 to amend Article 2, Rule 6 and Rule 11B. And this concerns the amount for the permanent shares. And it's there. Members have been complaining that they are finding it difficult to make this high level of subscription due to increasing hardship in the economy and their challenge to make ends meet. And whereas your board has always listened to the members and tried to accommodate their concerns, we are proposing that the Article 11(1) of the Cooperative Societies Act, which allows us to amend the rules, so the rule be amended as follows. 6, every applicant for membership shall pay a non-refundable entrance fee to be determined by the directors from time to time and subscribe to a minimum of $2,000 in permanent shares. And because we're moving it to $2,000, the next section would have to be also amended that when a person ceases to hold at least $2,000 in the permanent share, then they no longer have the rights to vote. Basically, we're reducing the permanent share requirement from $3,000 to $2,000. So is there anybody who has anything to say on this matter? Or can we put it to the vote? Yes, sir. We keep it in the permanent shares, and when you're going to leave, if you're going to leave, you take it with you. All right, so can we take the vote? All those in favor, who are the people who are counting? Could you put up your hands so that we can count? All those in favor? No, we have to count. We have to get the number. Could I ask that you come out and count? Who is doing the counting? All right, may I ask then? All those against. Can I say this is unanimous? Can I see a show? All right, well, can I see the number? Can I see who is against it? 1 against. 1 against, so the motion carries. Any abstention? Any abstention? The motion carries. Thank you.
Hello. Chairman. Madam Chairman. Excuse me.
Hold on, sir.
I'm sorry, sir. You have a...
Yeah, on the dividends, like on the Piota dividends, it's like every 3 months or what, when, to shareholders.
I'm sorry.
Now, actually, say if it's every 3 months, like on a pay out dividends to share.
If you have, when you have money on your permanent shares or on your deferred shares,
Yeah.
the deferred shares, it is paid every month.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Okay?
I can explain the first shares is. Hello. She's not here, man. Excuse me, Madam Chairman.
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you say deferred shares and the next shares, permanent shares. Explain to me how the deferred shares go, please.
Earlier on, you heard that we said that we were shoring up our capital, and we invited persons to put money on the deferred shares. It really is a savings, and your interest is paid on that,
Like,
and it will
like
be,
about 3 months or.
no, it's for 5 years. There are different kinds of savings in the credit union. I'm glad you're asking that, you know. The deferred shares goes to the capital, and you put it in for 5 years, and interest is paid on that every month. But we have other kinds of savings. We have, for example, the golden harvest, where the interest rate is the highest rate that is paid anywhere. It is 6.1%. That's a good place to put your money, the golden harvest. Is that, you see, can we talk about this afterwards? I can explain to you.
No, I just saying something. I work at TSS, you know, so, you know, I can't put my money in there, you know. You understand?
Yes.
So, like, like, more infant. Eh?
All right. You work at TSTs.
Okay.
Let me ask Peter. Peter Downey, where are you? Yes.
We have the golden harvest and the all right.
Yeah, no, I said that. I said that. What am I to do here? I'm just waiting to get the final results. We have some other things that we have to do. We have a number of volunteers who are going, and we want to recognize them, so please don't go. And Miss Facey, what's the position? How come?
No, listen. Can you just have a little power down there, sir, please?
All right, come on, that's it.
Have a little power down there, please. Can I? Who is doing? So 94 abstain. You count 94 abstain here? No, you can't do you cannot do deduction. She's doing a deduction. My deduction, it means that you have to recall the vote. No, you're not in an equation where you're doing a show of hands. No.
Under the scorching sun, you
Says that you take the vote. Says that you take the vote over and take the count.
you fight. Because tomorrow, their dreams must take flight.
Anyway,
Pride,
sorry, can you just
create,
talk about the
bringing your
are you ready, Emma? Okay, can we bring back this meeting to order, please? And person that's still going through the door, can you bear with us a little longer? At this time, we are going to make a presentation of awards and citation to various personnel. When I ask Mrs. Emma, the secretary will lead us through this part of the proceeding. Secretary Marjorie Shaw.
The plaques. May we call Clive for the presentation of the plaques?
Right to the front, Claire.
Yes? We have a number of plaques to present to persons, but I'm told that there's just one recipient here. We have to fit. They're here? Might we call up Miss Philippa Edwards? Pardon me? Not here? And Catherine Gregory isn't here as well. Arnold Breckenridge, could you come up, please? Ralston, Mr. Hyman isn't here. Miss Pommels, Donna Pommels, Alston Reed, Ewan Millen. There are citations as well. Yes. We have citations as well. And may I ask Ambassador, may I call up Miss Carol Williams?
Oh, I'm going to read this?
No, I'm going to read and you're going to present.
Oh, I'm going to present?
Thank you.
Citation for Miss Carol Williams for 19 years of invaluable service to COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union Limited. The Board of Directors, management, staff, and the wider membership of the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union Limited at this, our 50th annual general meeting, express sincere gratitude to Ms. Carol Williams for her exceptional service as a volunteer to our credit union. During this period, she served on the supervisory committee in 1995 and again from 1999 to 2005, the credit committee from 2005 to 2015, after which she returned to the supervisory committee for the period 2015 to 2017. The credit union benefited from Ms. Williams' expert knowledge in the discipline of psychology. This proved very valuable indeed to the credit union as it sought to have a better understanding of its internal and external members. We thank Ms. Williams for her role on the supervisory committee, her participation in audit reviews, for making timely recommendations to help strengthen COK's governance processes and to improve service delivery to our members. During her tenure on the credit committee, she offered valuable advice and direction to ensure COK Sodality's steady growth and sound financial base. In this regard, she helped assure members of the COK Sodality group that in this regard, she helped assure members that COK Sodality is indeed the credit union where they can invest in their future today. As she retires from the supervisory committee, we offer our profound thanks for her 19 years of service to that committee and for having worked conscientiously to the benefit of all COK members. Thank you. Might we next call, Madam Ambassador, would you remain? Ms. Jacqueline Daly. The Board of Directors, management staff, and the wider membership of the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union Limited at this our 50th annual general meeting express sincere gratitude to Ms. Jacqueline Daly for 16 years of exceptional service as a volunteer to our credit union. Over the past 16 years, Ms. Daly served with distinction on the Supervisor Committee as chairman between the years 2004 to 2008 and secretary between 2011 to 2016. We benefited greatly from her expertise in marketing as she served on the credit union's supervisory and strategic development committees. We thank her for the role she played, for participating in audit reviews, and for making timely recommendations. We thank her for her role on the supervisory committee, and again for participating in audit reviews and making timely recommendations. In this regard, she was a part of the process which sought to ensure that COK's operations were aligned with its vision, which is to be the leader in all markets by being member-focused, financially sound, and profitable. As she retires from the Supervisory Committee, we offer our profound thanks for her 16 years of service to that committee, and again for having worked conscientiously to the benefit of all COK members. Thank you very much. Might we call Madam Ambassador, you're too eager to leave, Mr. Errol Beckford. I hear the plea for summary. Is it a plea for the legs or the stomach? Mr. Errol Beckford has served for 15 years, between the years 2002 and 2017. He has provided expert knowledge in the area of human resource development and management, and he served with distinction on the Education Committee from 2002 to 2006, after which he volunteered on the Credit Committee between 2007 and 2017. For Mr. Beckford, it was not the reward that mattered or the recognition. Rather, it was a commitment driven by a deep desire to get involved and to serve. We thank him as he retires from the Credit Committee, and we again offer profound thanks for 15 years of exceptional service to COK and its members. Director Ms. Crawford will lead with other citations, and we would ask that Ms. Walker, Mr. Peterson be available to hand out. Present.
Fellow corporators, mine is a privilege to read the citation for Mr. Trevor Lloyd A. Blake. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Please stand for this militant credit unionist. This militant credit unionist who has spent his 40 years in mission and service to the credit union movement and to the members of COK and COK Sodality Credit Union. The Board of Directors, management, staff, and the wider membership of the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union Limited at this, our 50th annual general meeting, express sincere gratitude to Mr. Trevor Lloyd A. Blake, an outstanding and extraordinary volunteer who has served the credit union diligently and faithfully with distinction in a number of positions for over 32 years. At COK, the name Trevor Lloyd Blake is synonymous with being a straightforward speaker, assertiveness, a visionary, and a forward thinker. Mr. Blake's participation during his second stint on COK's board, which resulted from COK's merger with Sodality Cooperative Credit Union, was just as enthusiastic as when he first served. During his tenure, he gave valuable advice and direction to ensure COK's steady growth, strong, focused financial position, and increased member confidence. We salute Mr. Blake for the passion, for the energy, and for the vision he brought to all that he undertook on the credit union's behalf. COK Sodality salutes Mr. Blake for his professionalism and extraordinary spirit and sustained service to the credit union as director, starting as way back as 1979. He served as treasurer for 23 years, starting in 1990, and the credit union grew from strength to dominate not only the local credit union movement in Jamaica, but the wider Caribbean credit union movement. Again, Trevor has served as assistant treasurer for the period May 2016 to May 2017 to current date. Mr. Blake served as chairman of the various committees, including delinquency, debt management, finance and policy projects, mortgage, and staff loan committees. Mr. Blake also served as COK's director on the board for Money Masters Limited. Delegate to the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League, as well as the Fishermen's Cooperative Credit Union. In particular, we thank him for being instrumental in spearheading the establishment of COK's approved retirement scheme. And he serves to date as a member of the board of trustees of that scheme. We must also place on record our gratitude to this illustrious volunteer for being the mouthpiece and the motivation in the development of COK's information system management, being the powerhouse behind the creation of FIN 2000, which at one time was our operating system at COK, used by 10 leading credit unions island-wide. This Mr. Blake participated in the creation of. For a short while in 2002, he assumed responsibility of COK's management committee. This approach encouraged worker participation and open door policy, which assisted in cultivating a productive term and team within the work environment. The effectiveness with which Mr. Blake discharged his duties is without question. His leadership, his participation, and commitment at various levels helped to guarantee the advancement of our dear credit union and ensured continued good governance. As Mr. Blake retires from COK Sodality, As Mr. Blake retires from the board for a second time, all members of the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union, headed by the board of directors, we publicly salute you, sir, and offer you our profound thanks. We recognize that you have worked assiduously for the benefit of COK members. You have fought hard for the COK membership. You have sought to ensure the credit union realizes all its objectives of participating in the schools, in social and economic upliftment of our members and the wider Jamaica. The COK Sodality Cooperative Trevor Blake Scholarship, named in his honor, is open to the general membership of COK for students between the ages of 18 and 35 years of age who have been accepted to pursue a degree in either management studies, banking, finance, accounting, to a local university. And this is one of Mr. Blake's legacies that he has left with us, for which we are eternally grateful. Jamaica's prospects are assured as long as Mr. Blake is with us, and his public-spirited manner causes us to salute Mr. Blake in this manner, whose voluntary spirit and service forms the backbone of COK Cooperative Credit Union. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I will use my voice, my one voice as a member of COK Cooperative Credit Union to express, Mr. Blake, don't move. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Money Masters, Dunbar McFarlane, our chairman, we want to say a special thank you to COK for sending Trevor Blake as our director. He has provided excellent guidance through the good times and the bad, back to the good. And Trevor, on behalf of the Money Masters team, thank you so much, and may God continue to bless you abundantly.
Thank you. Can we move on? You could sit now. Mr. Erwin Errol Gregory. The Board of Directors, management, staff, and wider membership of the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union at this our 50th annual general meeting express sincere gratitude to Mr. I. Errol Gregory for 11 years of exceptional service as a volunteer to our credit union. Errol Gregory became a member of the credit union, of the credit committee of the then COK Cooperative Credit Union Limited in 2006, having been nominated and elected at that year's annual general meeting. Since then, he has given 11 years of dedicated service and executed his duties with focus and determination as a member of the credit committee. During that time, he has also served as secretary of the committee, giving generously of his time and efforts as the credit committee reviewed COK's credit policies and procedures and made recommendations for improvement. His expert knowledge in the area of business ethics on which we relied proved very valuable. In this regard, we recognize his contribution as a member of the credit committee to the establishment of the centralized credit unit. This notable achievement has yielded a range of positive benefits, including improvement in the quality of loans disbursed. As he retires from the credit committee, we offer our profound thanks for his 11 years of service to the committee and for having worked conscientiously to the benefit of all COK members. we would like to invite Mrs. Margaret Morris to come forward on behalf of her husband, Mr. Albert Bertie Morris. Margaret. Albert Morris, founder and honorary director for 50 years, 1967 to 2017, of invaluable service to COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union Limited. It is said that at the heart of volunteerism are the ideals of service and solidarity, and the belief that together we can make the world better. Mr. Albert Morris, visionary, creative thinker, and founder of City of Kingston Cooperative Credit Union, COK, is the personification of this ideal. Today we honor Mr. Morris for his foresightedness, and imagination, for having first proposed the concept of an inclusive credit union to offer membership to residents of the corporate area and to serve their needs. It was not until 1967 that the proposal eventually found favor with the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League and the Registrar of Cooperative Societies. Registration was accomplished on October 26, 1967, and this gave birth to City of Kingston Cooperative Credit Union, where all persons living and working in Kingston and St. Andrew could do business. Over the years, Mr. Morris has given selflessly of his time and efforts to COK, serving as our first president in 1967 to 1978, and later as vice president in 1982. Mr. Morris also shown his dedication to COK by serving on a number of committees, including the Education Committee. In recognition of his work and leadership in this area, COK has since 1989 awarded in his honor annually the Albert Bertie Morris Scholarships to primary, preparatory, and high schools to 8 children of members. The wider impact of Mr. Morris's involvement in the credit union movement was also evident in his service as director on the board of the Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union League, where he served as second vice president in 1968 to 1970, and chairman of the finance and credit committees. His service to the then JPS Co-op Company Employees Credit Union, now JPS and Partners, as well as the then Jamaica Telephone Company, now C&WJ Credit Union, were where he was co-founder. In appreciation of his leadership and hard work, the JPS Employees Cooperative Credit Union Limited awards the Bertie Morris Scholarship to tertiary institutions annually to children of members. As an ardent defender of the interest of credit union members, Mr. Morris, in the 1980s, successfully sponsored the ratio system, which established a relationship between the shares held by members and the requirement for loans sought. Credit unions that applied the ratio system experienced increased cash flows and increased member satisfaction. For his vast and significant service to the credit union movement, Mr. Morris was awarded Jamaica's National Badge of Honor in 2001. Our head office in Crossroads is named in Mr. Morris's honor, and in 2007, COK saluted his 40 years dedication to our credit union and its members by presenting him with the Ruby Award. As COK Sodality celebrates its 50th anniversary, the Board of Directors, management and staff, and wider membership thank Mr. Albert Morris, volunteer extraordinaire, visionary and founder, for his unstinted service to this credit union. We recognize his handiwork not only in our credit union, but also our success over the past 50 years. Truly, he has served with humility. And this evening, he taught us to work cooperatively to achieve common goals. In this process, he has demonstrated that rare quality necessary to facilitate change, improve the lives of thousands, and shape the future of our society. Truly, he has served, today, May 10th, 2017, we express our deepest appreciation to Mr. Morris, a true blue credit union man, and say thanks to him for his commitment and firm belief to the core principles of credit union, his personal passion and contagious spirit which continue to inspire us. His life and service to COK and our members has indeed made the world a better place and given rich meaning to our 50th anniversary theme, which pays homage to our loyal members, COK, created, owned, and powered by you. We salute Mr. Albert Bertie Morris. Ladies and gentlemen, the others are not here, so we will find an appropriate occasion to make their presentations.
We will move into the prizes. This will be conducted by Marshall.
Good afternoon, fellow corporators. I stand between you and food. But I come bearing gifts. Is that okay? Good. Okay, so let me go very quickly. In the interest of time, we have special awards, special tokens for our first and our 50th member. Tum, 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 tum. Our first member, Simone Spalding. Is she here? Yes, she was the first one to arrive today. Okay, I'm going to invite Mr. Medwinter to make the presentations for us. And please come quickly. While they are coming, I'm going to do number 50. Okay, so we will just step to the side here for me, please, sir, and somebody will speak with you and we'll deal with it. So let me push on quickly. Our 50th member to register, Michelle Buckley. Is she here? Woo! Mr. Medwinter, please make the presentation as well. Wonderful. While that is being done, we have a special token. If you can answer my question, go quickly to the microphone. What is the theme for the credit union for 2017? To the microphone, please. We have special tokens from Credit Info, from Flow, and somebody's at the mic. Okay, go ahead, my dear.
Created, owned, and powered by you.
That's right. Come forward. Mr. Martin, could you please make this presentation? Come for your prize. Come quickly for your prize. Okay, while she's coming, I have another quick one. Name the product. Listen carefully. A little now, combined with the expertise of the credit union, and I can be assured that the golden years are financially secured. What product am I talking about? Go to the mic, please. Go to the mic, please.
Golden harvest.
No, my dear. Run to the mic, please.
Golden age harvest.
No, my dear.
Family indemnity plan.
No, my dear. Say it. That's right. It's the pension plan. A little now, combined with the expertise of the credit union. Come back, Mr. Martin. Combined with the expertise of the credit union, and I can be assured my golden years, meaning my pensionable years, are financially secured. Who is our winner? What is your name, sir? Robert Webster. I hope you have a pension plan. Jackie? Another quick one. Name the product. Yes, please. I live in confidence, knowing that I can meet those Wait for it. Listen again. I live in confidence, knowing that I can meet those final expenses of up to 5 of my loved ones in the event of the unthinkable. That gentleman over there, go ahead.
Family indemnity plan.
That's right, sir. I do, but I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip it. Yeah, I'm going to skip it. Okay. Let's go to we have a gate prize from, sorry, could you give the gift to Mr. Martin so he can give it to the gentleman? Emma, he needs a gift to give to the gentleman.
No, you can't.
May I have the bag, please? The credit info bag. The consumer affairs bag. And then the gate prize. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to do this one very quickly. Thank you, sir. What's your name? Michael Dixon. Round of applause for him. Thank you, Mr. Martin. Who do I have? Can I have one of my new board members? Oh, Miss Shaw, please. Okay, I'm going to do this one very quickly. We have a token for those who visited the Consumer Affairs Commission booth. They have asked us to do a raffle. I'm going to pull. There are 4 tokens plus the bag. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask somebody here to pull one name, and the winner you're going to share with your neighbors, because that's the cooperative principle, right? So you're going to go in your bag, you're going to take one for yourself, and then you're going to give the others to your neighbors. And I mean neighbors in the room. Okay? Mr. President, draw for me, please. Just pull a name. Thank you. Is this Arnold? Linda? Okay, is this Arnold Lindner? Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful karma. Okay, so go to the front, please. And I'm going to remember the rules. So, go to the front and do it for the cameras. So, Mr. Lindner, remember the cooperative principle, right? You're going to take the bag. You're going to choose one item from the bag for yourself. And then you're going to give away the other items in the bag. Or the bag if you choose something from the bag. We can trust him, right? Yes. Grand gate prize. Gate prize. Okay. He wants the bag, and then he's going to empty the contents of the bag and give away the rest to the neighbors who are sitting beside him. Go ahead, mister. Okay? Okay, so our sponsor for the gate prize is Flo, and I have in my hand Moto. Beautiful. All right, so let's get the drawing done. Pull for us. We have one of our newest members to the board do draw for us. Yes, it has been registered. All right, nice toss right there, nice toss. Okay, great. And we're going to pull. Make sure you have your ticket stubs and the number. Okay, ready? Ready? It starts with a 2. And it ends with a 0. And there's a number between it. It's 210. $210. Do we have a winner? The winner has to be here? The winner has to be here, I'm told. Let's draw again, please. Okay, so they're going to do the drawing again in full viewing. All right, let's go again. All right, starts with 2 again. 248. That's you? No? All right, one more time. Go ahead and dip. Okay, not a 2 this time. 015. You have to be here now. Oh my. One more time. And this is the last time. I thought I was between you and food. 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. We have a winner. Again. 3, 2, 3. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go again. Let's go again. I see you're allowing me to stand between you and food. Okay. 060. No. 60. 060. We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. And our auditors say yes. Mr. Carlton Adams? Mr. Carlton Adams is our gate prize winner for today. Please put your hands together for him. We would like to acknowledge our exhibitors, the National Health Fund, Connect Mobile, Consumer Affairs, Kuna Diabetes Association of Jamaica, Facey Commodity Limited, Flow, Fosrich Lighting, Heart Foundation, IUC, JCIA, JPS, is this Kumia? PriceSmart, Softsheen Carson, Longevity Global, Credit Info, Nature's Apple, and Consumer Affairs. Thank you very much. Our prizes came from Flow, Paradigm, Pioneer pioneers, consumer affairs, and credit info. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are on to any other business. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Just to say thank you all for your patience and your participation. This was indeed a very fruitful and worthwhile meeting. We look forward to see you here next year in more numbers and just as enthusiastic. Thank you for being with us for this long and extended meeting. And just like to say also to record our gratitude on your behalf to the recording secretary, sponsors, photographers, media, the management and staff of the Jamaica Conference Center, the management and staff of COK Sodality for organizing our 50th AGM. Thank you for coming and actively participating in this 50th AGM. Having dealt with all matters, okay, at this point, can we ask the representative from the registrar to come and give us the result of the resolution? Can you come to the podium, please? Just like the rep from the registrar to take us through the results and the explanation. Hello, the meeting is not yet terminated. Emma, can you terminate your activity, please?
Good afternoon, members. As it regards the first resolution that had to deal with ending nominations from the floor, the votes for the resolution totaled 201. The persons who voted against, we counted 4, and the remaining numbers abstained from the resolution. And by deduction, being the total number of persons in the room who were entitled to vote was 299. The numbers that abstained from the voting process was 94. As a result, the resolution was not passed.
Sorry. No, but you need to point out that 4 persons showed their hands in abstaining. What you have here?
This is Miss Crawford.
So you didn't put down, you didn't take a note.
This is my number.
That is by deduction. So you missed the process.
You want to go ahead and argue over this?
No, just you wanted, somebody said that they weren't very clear, so they want you to repeat what you just said.
Okay. Just to repeat, the total number of persons in the room at the time that the resolution was being dealt with was 299. Myself, Mrs. Eccleston, and Ms. Husey from the League. We counted the number of persons with the red handband, and we got 299, and that number includes the persons in the Mandeville office and your Montego Bay office. So of that number, you would need 3/4. 3/4 of those persons present and entitled to vote. These rules may be amended by a resolution of the members at any annual or special general meeting called for the purpose by 3/4 vote of those present and entitled to vote, provided a copy of the proposed amendment, together with a written notice of the meeting, shall have been placed in at least one major daily newspaper and/or electronic medium, and shall be also printed in the annual report at least 7 days before the said meeting. No amendment shall become operative until it has been approved by the registrar in accordance with the Cooperative Societies Act.
Thank you. Yes, I'll give it back to you. Thank you, Ms. Facey. The second resolution was passed. Thank you, Ms. Facey. In my view, which I've asked for permission to just share, is that we have, for recording in the minutes, we have, the Department of Cooperatives has noted 94 persons as having abstained. Beside the abstentions, the Department of Cooperatives wrote the number 94. In my opinion, that is incorrect, because when we asked those who abstain, meaning, my words were, those who have neither voted for or against, we had 4 persons raise their hands. So there is a further point, which is that the rules, Article 77, require 3/4 vote. Meaning, in my view, vote meaning those who have participated, exercised the choice of decision. 3/4 vote. That's what the rule says, 3/4 vote. And in coming up with that 3/4 vote, the only people who can vote are those who are eligible, entitled, present and entitled to vote. So factually, in my mind, we did not have 94 persons who abstained. So, but the registrar's decision stands, and we thank them for their participation, and the vote does not carry. Yes. Yes, I think that in my personal view, but I'm just one member of the credit union, I would lodge an appeal. Because if we have 94 people did not abstain. All in Mandeville voted in favor. All members in Montego Bay voted in favor. So it's 94 members in Kingston that abstained. Thank you.
And I guess this will resolve down the road. We now are on the verge of terminating this meeting. Having members, both on the floor and up here. Having dealt with all the matters brought before the 50th AGM, the meeting is terminated at 6:55, and a motion for the adjournment is moved by, thank you, and seconded by, names, Mr. Liu and Mr. Crooks. Once again, thank you, members, for your attendance and participation. Enjoy the meal and safe journey home. Thank you.